First, I want to thank sisters such as Frances Cress Welsing, who wrote the book The ISIS Papers, Keys to the Colors. She's also a strong advocate and revolutionary against the system of white supremacy. She also states in her book that white people are merely a mutated version of black people, meaning that white people truly do come from black people. We are the original people of the earth. And she goes on and explains that in her book. Sisters such as Sherazad Ali, she wrote the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. She explains that the black woman's sharp tongue is viciously insulting and demeaning to black men, which oftentimes pushes black men away and even out of the household or family structure. She also explains how black women have escaped certain kinds of criticisms about themselves, unlike white men, white women, and black men who are up under constant criticism and scrutiny by society. She also believes that black people should be separated from white people. She says in her book, and I quote, when she meaning the black woman, when she crosses the line and becomes viciously insulting, it is time for the black man to soundly slap her in the mouth. Like real talk. Yeah, I found that very interesting. Anyway, sisters such as Mariah Quasi. I hope I pronounced her name right. Mariah Quasi. She's the wife of the great Ashra Quasi. Now, you got a lot of YouTubers like myself. We know of Ashra Quasi. This brother, he's done a lot of works pertaining to the origins of black people out of Africa, Kemetic science, also how Christianity was hijacked, stolen from African religion and culture by white supremacist devils, and that the Bible is nothing more but a book of lies. Well, Mariah Quasi has made some good speeches and lectures pertaining to black people not always being helpless victims during slavery, but that we had kings, warriors, and queens that were fighting the white devils. In fact, Ethiopia today is still not colonized by white devils. Anyway, these great women that I just named, they're still doing their thing, and they wouldn't dare, by any means, they wouldn't dare get involved in any of this ratchet stuff that too many black women are involved in today. These great women are on a completely different level than that garbage. And to all the black women who are about uplifting your people and creating and preserving black families and not disrespecting brothers, I want to say peace and love to you. Because I know you're out there. And I know brothers get up here on YouTube sometimes and they just be straight dogging black women. And rightfully so, don't get me wrong. It's justified. But at the same time, I know some good sisters that are not getting the recognition and the love that they deserve too. So I want to say right now, I love you, great women. All right. But unfortunately, I got to get back to the root of the problem, which is the majority of black women. Now, black women, you claim that the type of black man that you claim you hate is the very type of black man that you constantly created. The sorry, no job having, no education having, shooting up the neighborhood, smoking, drinking, selling drugs, pimping, fucking every female in sight, homosexual, weak minded, in and out of jail, that type of dude. That's the same kind of black man that you always creating, black women. Why? Because you're always trying to show the world and prove to everybody that you can do everything by yourself. that you're an independent, strong black woman, and that you got it. You don't need no man. And the funny thing about it is, the whole concept of the strong, independent black woman has always been just a myth. She never did and never will exist. There's never been a such thing as an independent, strong black woman. Never. It's all a myth. All the power that you think you have and all of these so-called rights that you think you've got, it was all given to you by the system of white supremacy. All of it. It was given to you for a reason. All these educational opportunities and all of these monies and funds that you receive from social service and all this child support and all this, that, and the third, all that kind of stuff that you get, it was given to you on purpose by the system of white supremacy. It was given to you to degrade and destroy black men. Therefore, it was given to you to destroy the black family. And you have fallen for this time and time again, black women. Constantly. And I know you think it's cute. You think you're accomplishing something by watching the black man fall while you rise. You think that that's cute. You think you're accomplishing something by that. But what you are is a traitor. Just like I said in the last video that I made, all you are is a traitor to the black race. That's all you are. Because all you're doing is assisting the system of white supremacy in putting a foot in a black man's ass. Because not only does the black man have to deal with those white devils every day on his job, or every day out here in the real world, when he comes home, he got to deal with you too. Because you basically what you turned into is you have turned into a black feminine version of a white male. That's basically what you are now. That's your value now. You are the same value of a white male. You do just as much damage to black men as a white male. You're pretty much equal to a white male when it comes to that. And that's how we see you. That's what you have become. Every time that you push black men out of the household, every time that you call the police on a black man for failure to pay child support, every time that you call the police on a black man because he's not doing what you want him to do all the time and things are not going your way, you're assisting the system in destroying that black man. You are an assistant to those white devils, which makes you a traitor. There's no way around it. It makes you a traitor. Up and down, traitor. And nobody ever says anything about it. You have gotten away with this at least for the past 50 years, black women. You've gotten away with this. You've been getting away with this crap ever since the feminist movement that helped destroy the Black Power movement, I might add. You've been getting away with this crap. You open your legs, black women, to any kind of brother out here. It doesn't matter what kind of personality or credentials or what kind of background that brother got. You'll open your legs to him and you don't suffer any kind of consequences. Because in the end, guess what? You're going to get yours. You're going to get paid. You're going to get housing. You're not going to get left out there in the household. You're not gonna get left out there in the streets because the system of white supremacy is gonna take care of you. But what about that black man that you can't even afford to keep in the house with you, and which most of you already know it. Most of you that's having all these babies out of wedlock and all that with all these old sorry simp ass niggas, you already know that you're not gonna be able to keep him. Matter of fact, I think that you go into it with the mindset that sooner or later you're gonna kick him out anyway. I don't think you had any intentions on keeping that brother because he's a liability to you. You can't get no money with him in the house. He's a liability. The system's not gonna give you nothing with him in the house. So I think you go into it with the mindset that you just gonna get him to screw you, have his baby, and then collect all that cash that goes with it. He's just an afterthought. He's a non-factor. And that's how you traders think. But see, you fool everybody. You fool everybody in the hood, and you fool everybody in society with your crap. You don't get called out for it because you sneaky with it. And the system helps you do this crap. But see, you got a few brothers out here like me that's willing to call you out on this shit. And we're exposing you to all these other brothers that don't know what's going on. Because you've been getting away with this black woman for decades. And it's been too long. It's been long enough. The gig is up on this. You don't see nothing wrong with all these black men going to jail and going to prison behind you and your selfishness. And the children are suffering as a result of it. How the hell can you feel proud of yourself? How the hell can you feel justified in trying to raise this little black boy into a man, and he ain't got no men around him to use that as an example of how to be a man? And your ratchet ass sitting up here trying to raise him into a man. You can't raise no boy into a man. Can't no woman do that successfully. I'm sorry. It's been proven. The stats prove it. All these fools and all these menaces to society that you raise generation after generation, it proves that you can't do nothing like this by yourself, black women. It takes a man to raise a boy into a man. You can't teach that boy nothing about how to be no man. And as far as the girls, now she doesn't, by not having a man in the house, now she can't see a man for herself as the type of man that she could use as an example to want to marry or to be with. So she got a bunch of knucklehead niggas around her. So she's thinking that those are the type of dudes that she needs to be with. Why? Because she got a bunch of knuckleheads in the hood around her, and that's all she sees. She doesn't have a man in the house to look at and say, wow, okay, that's the type of dude that I need to be trying to get with when I get of age, when I grow up. I need to be trying to get with somebody like him, somebody who's taking care of his family, who respects my mama, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. But no, you got rid of him, black woman, so she doesn't have that example to go by. So guess what? She gonna pick up that same bullshit that you about. And that same cycle is gonna continue. Generation after generation, that same crap is going to continue. And this goes to all you married women too, that think like single women. So say a lot of you women that's out here married, just because you married, that don't mean nothing. Especially you women that got married after you've already had some kids with somebody else, and then you marry a brother who's willing to marry you and be a father to those kids too. And you out here still thinking that you are still acting like a single woman when you're not. You just as bad as an actual single mother. You just as bad as her. You're just as bad. Because you won't do nothing that man of the house asks you to do, because you still walking around here thinking that you the head of the house. Because that's what most of you black women want anyway. Most of you black women are selfish, and all y'all want is to be the head of the house. And to try to degrade some black man. Is to try to emasculate some black man. Because you think it's cute. Because you think that's empowering somehow to you. And you ain't doing nothing but sacrificing the black family with your selfishness. But I'm going to tell you something, black woman. Your day is coming, and unfortunately it's coming sooner than you think. Because all these brothers that you getting locked up, and all these brothers that are getting killed behind your foolishness, all these gangs, all these Bloods and Crips, and all these gangs that are created by you, because these same boys that are in these gangs had no father figures to go by, had no father figures in the house to tell them that, no, boy, you ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna walk around here with your pants down. You're not gonna walk around here with 50 earrings in your head. You ain't gonna walk around here with 150,000 tattoos on your body. You're not gonna do stupid shit. You're gonna be a man. You're gonna learn something. You're gonna be somebody in this world. See, without that in the house, we just got a bunch of fools running around here. And that's not even mentioning the faggots that you got in your house. Yeah, the boys that looks at you as the head, all the way to the point to where he actually wants to be like you. So he actually ends up being a faggot because he wants to be like his mama. Yeah, them too. And then you got a nerd to want to drag these kids in the church, and the preacher's all about white supremacy too. Because all they don't want to see you get married. They don't want to see you in a relationship. That's taken away from his money. These preachers are making money off of you too. Everybody making money off of you, black women. Everybody's making a profit off of you. And you don't even know it. You don't see it. Because you're too selfish. Because you're too busy trying to get something out the deal yourself. You're too selfish. And like I said, you're willing to sacrifice the black family for your selfishness. But your day's coming. Because after all the black men are locked up behind your foolishness, and after we're dead, who's going to protect you from the system of white supremacy? Because all he's doing is using you. You think that white man loves you so much, he don't love you. He don't care nothing about you. And when the black man is completely out the way like he really wants, because that's what he wants us to be completely out the picture. When we're completely out the picture, he's going to do you the way he used to do you back in the slave days. He's going to rape you. Because whether you believe it or not, black woman, all you are and all you ever been to that white man is a piece of black ass. That's all you've ever been. That's all you ever will be. A nigga bed wench. That's it. And you out here helping him. You thinking he's on your side. He ain't on your side. He's all about world supremacy. He's not on your side. He's on his side. That's it. All you are to him is a piece of black ass that he can run up in anytime he feels like it. And that's exactly what he's going to do when he gets all the black men out the way. Because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get all of us out the way. He's trying to use you to do it. And you such a traitor. You falling for it. You such a traitor. And somebody needs to tell you about this shit. And if ain't nobody else going to do it, it's going to be me. I'm not Black Rebel for nothing. You trust and believe that. I got that name honest. Now, this is the last video that I'm going to do solely about black women. This is the last one. You might hear a little bit of this and that in other videos that I do, but this is the last video that I'm going to make solely about black women because I have to get on to other topics as well. But black women, you really need to get your act together. You are completely conditioned and brainwashed. You are pretty much the problem in the black community, and you don't even know it. Some of you actually know it. Some of you don't care because all you're interested in is making a profit, some monetary profit off of it, and you're thinking you get more out of this than you really are. But like I said, all you're doing is destroying the black community. You're destroying black people with your selfishness. But like I said, your day's coming, black woman. It's coming. So get ready. It's coming. That white man is licking his lips, waiting on that day to come. Because like I said, when the black man is completely out the way, he can do whatever he wants to do with you, whenever he wants to do it. So I want you to go to the beauty parlor with all that hair weave that you get ready to get, and all this fancy fingernails and toenails and all this old crap, all this other fake shit y'all like to wear. Next time you go to one of these shops, I want y'all to go talk about this. Play this video and talk about this. And see what y'all can come up with.